You throwing off the vibe, vibe, vibe. Man, that don't die time. It's all about the vibe, vibe, vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goons, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, vibe, vibe. Don't waste my time, time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sicker than typhoid and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
On third down, it's Prescott. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see
that?
a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Murray now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. You look at this Arizona defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
3rd down and 13. Prescott to throw it. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So a change of possession here on the punt. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Murray now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of prep.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start out here with the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Murray. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray going to keep this himself on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. And now here come the Cowboys. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Looking to throw. Prescott to the left side and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run the option on 2nd down. Slipped one tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2nd down and 3. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. To throw is Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Murray going to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. First down, Murray. He'll drop this down to Williams. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. It's Anthony Richardson, the Florida man, with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown catch in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah,
and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Murray going to look to run on the draw. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
This is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Prescott off play action. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Prescott now. And this one quickly to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Throwing. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the intercept?
Was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Murray carry to Moore for the Cardinal first. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Prescott now, option right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They give to Johnson going right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Allen's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Now Murray's got to have this one. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go to Johnson again. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Now Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
This one swung out to Williams.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Murray.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They run. It's Williams. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Check 26, check 26.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.